Tig Knight run the city, no cap rap news. We back with another one. Today we on a Joe Budden run. 2 for 1. This time we gonna stop by the shop, man. Salute to the shop. QueenzFlip and Mark Lamont Hill. Secret is exposed, they say. Fight with Mona that led to her in tears. Mona cool. I like they brought Mona on Joe Budden podcast. Anyway, let's get into it, man.
First episode, we gonna see how red that face gets.
I'll make it. No. Cry.
I'm so nice to him.
Nah, I'm a quick. Cause Mark ain't gonna always be there. Let's move on.
No, Mark held it down. Mark was sorry. He trying to walk away.
A lot of rat that be going on. It ain't Mark.
And it ain't.
Mark ain't mouth like shit around here.
Whatever you've ever told me, you know ain't never come out, and whatever ever happened that I witnessed to, I ain't never said.
What secret?
I can't nobody up here say nothing different.
What secret?
Tell you I'm not even going to allude to it on
That's
this.
anything that happened I can talk about. So if you allude to it, because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. I
So
say regular
be
words
direct.
that's tricky to you.
Let's do the transition.
QueenzFlip and Mark Lamont Hill's secret has been revealed. Everyone knows about the Flip and Mark knockout argument that will go down as one of the greatest moments the Joe Budden podcast has to offer. In the midst of that back and forth, though, there was something that stuck out. What was the secret that Mark said he would keep for Flip? And was that even a threat? Well, the secret seems to connect to new show arrival Mona. Ever since Mona joined the show, it's quite obvious that she doesn't care for Flip one bit. So much so, the two would clash in her very first appearance as a cast member.
Mona,
It's a myth about everybody.
We got Patreon. Look, we got notes. We got Patreon.
Don't be rude, bro.
Let's save it for Patreon.
Yeah. Anyway,
Talk about that on
I like
Patreon.
it.
Flip, can you stop interrupting?
Yeah, you so jealous,
You hit
bro.
your subject right
Jealous
there.
of
Go ahead.
who?
No.
Good move. He around like this, just fixing it.
I'm fixing the mic for
Eye to
you.
eye. I don't like it.
That's clever, but that's
Remember the bag you said was gonna buy me the leather Italian bag?
I'm about to get mad, yo.
The old Celine vintage bag.
All right, Flip, go ahead.
I just got goosebumps.
What's up,
I'm
big
moving
dog?
my.
I just got goosebumps.
Behind the scenes, though, there appears to be another dust-up that occurred outside of the studio. One where Flip would make Mona almost cry, with clues and tea leaves that we are able to piece together that Mark Lamont Hill would prevent things from escalating.
Mark came in and prevented something that happened with me the week prior. I can say that. I'm not going to get any details, but he held it down. He didn't talk about it. I end up talking about it to the higher ups. He didn't. He did all that. He did that. And then it just looked like a pattern. Like, yo, bro.
And I don't just interrupt you real quick. That's what I was talking about, y'all, on this show when I said something. You know I don't do that because something just happened and I didn't do that. People thought I was talking about like something like your personal. Like I was talking
facts.
about
You held it down
right there.
Now, you held it. So that's what he did. So Mark, there was something that happened the week prior, and it was just crazy outside.
Mark Lamont Hill, he good add to the show too, bro. I like dude too. He bring a different aspect to it. He better now since Melissa Ford left, cause he still kind of do a lot of pandering for the women and whatnot, but that's his bread, man. So I can't knock it, bro. But let's go.
Mark came in and played peacemaker. Talk to me. Yo, you got a lot going on. What are you doing? Da-da-da. He talked to the other party, and it was supposed to be, it kept a secret.
Now, as to how these secrets would get revealed, well, there's a lot of factors. One of them being Flip's insecurity about being told to miss a main pod episode by Ian Schwartzman. He would go into this on Spaces.
I ended up, when I got told to sit down, I just called, yo, hey, I know told you downstairs, da-da-da-da. He's like, nah, that's not what it is, but thank you for putting me on. I told all parties, y'all, I put Joe on to what happened. Mark probably didn't know that, but that's what I said. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I put Joe
Once
on.
I walked away, I was like, this ain't my business, and I left it alone.
Yeah, but you did stand there, because I remember watching you walking away shaking your head like, what the hell is going on? But you came back and you made peace. I got to thank you for that. You made peace and you explained to me, and you defended me too. You defended me, and I appreciate that. So that happened.
Essentially, Flip would take this as some sort of demotion, and my guess is felt that the order was given because he had an incident with Mona that wasn't kept a secret. Upon hearing of this demotion, he likely came clean to control the narrative about what happened. This also puts into perspective why things got so heated, and why Flip may have been right about accusing Mark of using tricky words. For one, Mark posits that he won't reveal what happened behind the scenes, and that he won't even allude to it. However, didn't he do exactly that? In many cases, allusion is more damaging than outright saying what happened.
Right, because, by you even saying, hey, I kept your secret, I got your secret, that's opening people's ears up and eyes up to be like, what secret? Now that's going to make people go dig and try to find out, what the issue was or what actually happened. So it's kind of like almost like dry snitching. You didn't tell it, but you basically let people know that something happened. So you put the spotlight on me. You feel me? Let's go.
I can wonder and assume the worst. On top of this, Mark Lamont Hill would join me on Spaces, and I took the opportunity to ask him about the incident, and this is what he had to say.
Well, Mark is on stage, man. How do you feel about... that convo was interesting. The one about where you had your arms crossed. It seemed like you didn't want to say what happened, and you didn't, so you don't have to say it now. But the one about the what was it? The Mona and Flip show happening. That was not supposed to be said.
What wasn't supposed to be said? Which part?
All right, let me play it so that way you have an exact reference to what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure which part you're talking about. It was a long day. I just don't remember. I know the first part of what you said. The second part, I'm not remembering.
We got to be thorough with Mark. Play the evidence.
No. It's not evidence. I just don't remember. I just don't know. I'm not sure I remember what scene you're talking about.
This right here.
Mark ain't gonna always be there. Let's move on.
Come
on, held it down. You gotta walk away.
With y'all, I'm in trouble, baby.
Yes, you are.
It's me.
I see, and then you heard Mona in the back, like, what the fuck that mean? So it's kind of her even saying that after Joe said what he said. It's kind of, it seemed like it definitely was some between Flip and Mona. Something happened between them two. So that's just if you put, context clues together. But let's go.
Not a wreck that be going on up here. Motherfuckers can't hold.
So that was the clip we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking about a different clip. Go ahead. I'm glad you played it for me.
What do you think about that clip?
In terms of what? I thought it was funny. I thought the whole thing was dope. I thought it was a funny exchange. I like the way they play with each other.
And then there was it reminded me of this clip on Spaces with Flip.
He talked to the other party. Going on. What are you doing? A peacemaker. Yeah. And it was just crazy outside. And Mark came in and played peacemaker. Talk to me. Yo, you got a lot going on. What are you doing? He talked to the other party. And it was supposed to be, it kept a secret. When I got told to sit down, I just called, yo, hey.
Is there any chance those clips are connected to each other?
Any chances? Yeah, there's a chance.
Can we get a percentage of the likelihood they are?
I can't because I can't, like I've said in the clips, on both clips, it's not my business to tell. And I'm not going to speak on it.
Okay. Joe did say that.
Although I do want to point out that this whole exchange started because I was accused of going behind backs and snitching. And it turns out I'm the only one who doesn't.
Wake it up.
Say the only one.
You the only one, so it should be snitching?
No, I'm talking about in the conversation. Which
Flip.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? You got to watch what you say, man, because any little bit of anything can be taken out of context, and they got you. So you had to clarify. Just like I caught it, they caught it. See what I mean?
And I'm not calling them snitching. I'm just saying, I'm not having a conversation about anything.
Yeah.
It's not snitching if it's your business. It's just not my business.
Okay.
To be clear, I'm not calling anybody a snitch. I'm saying I'm not
in that exchange.
I'm not saying nothing. And it was just ironic that this whole thing started because I was accused of talking behind backs and doing stuff.
Well, he didn't say much, but presented with a lot of evidence and actual clips from the show, you can see that he may not have liked how Flip revealed what happened. And from the way he was acting on the show when this was happening, he looked very uncomfortable and had his arms crossed as if why are you bringing this up? And I don't really want to talk about. But I would push back by saying when he was on the episode arguing with Flip, the fact that he kind of said in some roundabout way what happened was somewhat telling. You can also see in this clip from episode 872, Purple Eye, that Mona didn't like how the incident was being brought up, saying people are snitching.
A rat that be going on up here. Motherfuckers can't hold water. It ain't Mark.
And it ain't
Motherfuckers run their mouth like
Hey, yo,
around here.
I can't. Add some more names.
Now, another part of this was how Ish took issue with Mona saying that. Could it be possible that Ish was involved in this as well? Who knows? Now, here's another incident of Flip dragging.
See, you can't even. I think Ish was just being messy, trying to start some more shit just to strike something up, but I don't think he was involved in that shit. What they got going on? Me personally, I don't.
Into a situation because Melissa Ford seemingly took Ish and Flip to HR or mentioned the incident with them in HR. So is Flip dragging other members of the show into his mess? The fallout from this will be interesting now, since Flip has had dicey situations with the show's most high-profile host, Mark Lamont Hill, Melissa Ford, and now Mona. Is it possible that he can even be on the show if he can't control his feelings and emotions? And what was the incident?
The reason they brought Flip on there is because he the wild card. You know what I mean? They brought him on there to act up and kind of bring the drama, the reality show element to the podcast. That's what I think. And Flip, dude, he do a job. I like when Flip is on there. If it's an episode without Flip, it's cool, but that element do be missing. I noticed it missing. So salute to Flip, man. We need Flip on every episode, to be honest. Let's go.
Truly about between him and Mona. I'm 100% sure it happened. Was it an instance of Mona feeling like she could not talk on the show and Flip was making it hard for her to coexist with the show? Could it have been that Mona really wanted things to work out and she knew that Flip was going to be a thorn in her side moving forward? Because Mona being made to cry is not a good look for the institution of the Joe Budden podcast, who has had a tough time integrating women co-hosts.
And that's an issue. Only the reason I say it's an issue is because, if you're a woman, I'm going to be real. If you're a woman, man, you know what kind of show this is and you come up there, you're going to have some kind of tough skin because it's obvious if you've been paying attention and you've seen how the last woman co-host, how they was on her. And, I don't think it was nothing malicious, never nothing malicious. It's just that that's the culture up there. So you got to, expect that to still be going on and you got to be able to deal with it. If you're too soft for it, then you shouldn't even be up there, I think Joe brought her on here because he thought she could handle it a little bit better than Melissa Ford could. But if she crying already and it ain't been, 2 months, maybe she won't last. Who knows? Somebody got to go eventually, though. But let's see.
Obviously, there's Melissa Ford, but then there's the triumvirate of Bridget, Olivia Dope, and Mandy, a show called See the Thing Is that didn't exactly end too well. As they add not just Mona, but also Sasha, is it possible that they still haven't made the infrastructural changes to actually have long-term lasting good workplace environment habits for women who join the show?
Now, I seen the episode with Sasha. Sasha was just cool. She eye candy for sure, but she was just cool. I didn't gain much from nothing she was saying. Like she didn't add nothing to the show besides just looking good. You know what I mean? Other than that, I don't get the purpose of her even really being on the show. And I only seen one episode with her, so who knows? It might be something else that I'm missing. And then they had a guest, so, that could have been the reason she was kind of quiet or whatnot. Didn't add too much, but I don't know. We'll give her a chance and see where it go, though.
I want to make another last statement and something that I've been talking about throughout this video. Was Mark Lamont Hill's allusion to what happened off camera a veiled threat? I don't know if it was. I don't think it was. But looking at this from afar and analyzing it does come off that way. If you weren't trying to say it on air, why did you say that you have a secret that you're going to keep and you don't want to tell nobody? And I think this is why Flip got active and even went into the whole "you a sucker," because he might have been saying, yo, you a sucker for even trying to bring that up. And now I feel as if you're leveraging that as some type of meaning that you're altruistic in holding me down. But the fact that you didn't truly hold it down all the way, to me, means that you're a sucker. And then,
Nah, I don't think that I don't think that's what his intentions was. But I think what pissed Mark off about the whole situation for that to even come out was that, like he said, I'm holding a secret for you, bro, and then you trying to, throw me under the bus, and I'm the one that's looking out for you, or been looking out for you, trying to, it'd be like that, man. When you do something for people and you go above and beyond for people, and then they kind of make you the enemy, you feel slighted and kind of betrayed by that. So you gonna lash out for real then, because I'm looking out for you and you betraying me. How that work? You know what I mean? I should have minded my damn business, but it is what it is. That's how I would have handled. That's how I would have felt about it, at least. You know what I mean? And I don't think Mark handled it wrong, but by him exactly saying, though, it is a secret, that did put a spotlight on it. But I don't think that that's where Mark was coming from, like intentionally saying it to start some shit or to get a reaction from the fans or whatnot.
from Mark's perspective, it may have been like, yo, how are you going to call me a sucker when I played interference in this argument between you and Mona, and you're in my face, playing in my face, and now you want to act like I crossed the line when you're the one who is a habitual line stepper, doesn't consider other people's feelings. And now that whole spiel about Mark Lamont Hill saying Flip is not a team player, to me is very telling. Because not only did he have knowledge of everything that happened on the show between him and Flip and him and Melissa, but he also was the only one who knew about this argument between Mona and Flip, where Mona would be brought to tears. Now
I ain't heard nothing about the tears and all that stuff. I don't know where the stop is getting that part from. I didn't gather that. I don't know if she cried or not, or I don't know. But I didn't get none of that from this video. So maybe, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Y'all go to the Stop channel, check out the video for the full, commentary or whatever. Let me know how y'all liking the new backdrop too, man. Should I keep it? Should I rock with the old school way? Let me know in the comments, man. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and comment. Tig Knight Run the City, No Cap Rap News. Peace. We trying to grow. We almost at 8,000, bro. I appreciate everybody that's been hitting the like button and subbing to the channel. One.